I enjoy reading John's Gospel during the Easter season. In these great speeches that John gives in this Easter Gospels, he sounds like the risen Lord, speaking so powerfully to the heart of the early Christian community. And he seems to be speaking to us. After a long Lenten journey and the celebration of Easter, we aren't surprised that Jesus tells us that we need the gift of life and that this life will come from him. It comes from what is not earthly, but from who is above. It is a gift, and it's a real rebirth. And it comes to us because he was lifted up in his terrible death on the cross, and therefore lifted up in glory so that we might have new life, eternal life. I find the real challenge for us is to live what we believe. The earthly stuff is very real, and it fills my daily life and yours. What upsets me, disturbs me, makes me tense and angry, keeps me awake at night? Isn't it always some conflict, some competition, some jealousy, some hurt, some slight, some anxious fear? And no matter how rational about it we try to be, no matter how hard we try to put things in perspective, we always seem to be uncentered by our earthly problems. When Jesus says that the source of our new life has to come from what is above, it makes sense. And there's a certain freshness to that truth. It's refreshing to hear. I'm not sure if it was because of Holy Week and all that goes on, but I will say that on Easter Sunday I felt such a consolation and a peace. And I don't want to surrender so easily, at least not every day. I don't want to give so much power to such little things. Sure, bad stuff happens to us. Sure, there's stuff around me that's really unsettling. Yes, I need to stay engaged in the world and work hard at making it a better place. Yes, I have to work through, bring reconciliation into some tough relationships. And of course, as long as I have a beating heart, I know that some stuff will always be anxiety-producing. But I have been lifted up with Jesus to a new life that begins now on this messy earth. I can thrive and face my everyday life if I do this and live this life with a renewed faith and with a gifted freedom. It's so wonderful to hear our risen Lord invite us to trust and to live in this new freedom that has been given us. It's really liberating if I just imagine this day being different, because I am asking for the grace not to give my peace away every time it's threatened by some difficulty. There is an Easter joy in imagining not giving so much power to the stuff that seems to threaten, hurt, or diminish me. There's an incredible strength in imagining that I could live this day with fewer negative feelings about other people's stuff. I can feel the power that could come from my loving the way I've been loved. Not because others have earned it, or deserve it, or are always good at responding with love. We may not be like that early Christian community, which had this great gift of living in one heart and one mind, and sharing everything in common. But we can live just today with a little more freedom and love, which comes from embracing and living in the new life that has been given to us from above.